Kit Kats can read.
Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video. Today's video I'm filming at my nan's place because I've been staying at my nan's whilst we've been getting the new place. The new place is there, but we get all of these services tomorrow, and today is Thursday the 20th, and I'm here to let you guys know about my reflections on my Bootube goals as well as my Do the Thingathon TBR, because it's all goal orientated, and I thought, why not mix and mash this together so that I can speak about my goals and then reveal what goal I'm going to be going with for the Do the Thingathon. So I've heard about this readathon, I heard about it a few weeks ago, and I completely forgot like when it was going to be, and that purely is just because everything has just been mashed into one. Because I have been moving, I have been transferring, I have been driving, I have been moving, and it's been busy, it's been manic, it's been stressful, it's been achy, it's been sleepless nights, it's been a roller coaster, I'm telling you. But I'm filming today on a Thursday, and it is the 20th today, and we literally go home tomorrow to have it all set up with electricity, water, sewage and all of that, as well as internet's coming that day as well, so we should have internet too. So we're pretty much going to be moved in, which is crazy but it's really exciting at the same time, and slowly things are going to come into place and everything. So that's why I'm here. My really long-winded explanation. Do the Thingathon is basically a readathon, because it's kind of like halfway through the year where you pretty much have a look at your Bootube goals beginning of the year and reflect on them and like improve on them. So it's kind of like, you know, how am I doing with this goal? Am I doing pretty well? If I'm not, then maybe it's a good goal to work on for this week. So today I'm going to go through with you my goals I had. I'm going to be, you know, having a quick look at my Bootube goals video and what my goals are for that, and what I'm failing at and what I'm not failing at, and what I'm doing really well at. As to what goal I will have for next week, it's a bit difficult because, I mean, I will be moving back home tomorrow, but I will be spending probably like a majority of the weekend unpacking everything. There is a lot to unpack, there's a lot to go through, there's a lot of like throwing out and everything. It's going to be a big weekend, so I'm hoping I can pull together a TBR for you guys for next week. So we shall see, guys. So yeah, I mean, it says here, for example, you can have a look at your Goodreads challenge, so I'll have a look at it now with you guys. And I was looking at it yesterday and I was still pretty good. So I've read 21 books out of 50. It says I'm 2 books ahead of my schedule, so I'm actually pretty good considering last year I was normally either on track, like just about, or behind. So I'm pretty good with my Goodreads goal at the moment. Then it says about any books that you want to read in 2021 content. I did do a video of that. I did 10. So this I will be going through with you and watching with you and letting you know. And I can tell you, I did watch this yesterday, and I have got, I think, about 8 books left in this list. I've read 2 of them, so I'm actually doing pretty alright with that. But still, we're halfway through the year, so I could be doing with reading some books from that list. But I'm also thinking of getting through some of these books in my list for next month too. So I'll quickly watch the 10 books I want to read in 2021 video with you guys. Can read.
So the first book that I have here is For Blood and Ash by Jennifer L.
I've read this one already.
Now,
so that's a good one. That's a good start.
I'm reading this in January. Like that I've got on my top 10 list is The Raymond Boys by Megan.
Okay, I haven't read this, so this could be a possibility.
The next book that I would like to read in 2021 is Legendborn by Tracy Dion.
Could be a possibility too.
By Society by Zoe Sugg and Amy McCullough.
Okay, haven't read this either.
Purchase of mine, number 3 in the Infernal Devices trilogy. The final book, I'm told this will break
Clockwork Princess, I've already read, so that's good.
Love and adore this book series.
Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson.
I really want to give it a read.
Could be a possibility.
By Jessica Brody. My favourite authors.
The Geography of Lost Things by Jessica Brody.
my faves.
It's great because
And,
it's a
yeah, so I
contemporary
need to
and it's also on my top 10 list, so
hopefully I
this,
can get around to reading it.
yeah,
I've heard it's really, really good. Next of all, I have here Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin.
Serpent and Dove, another book, could be a potential. Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout, this could be a possibility too. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, this one I put down. I don't know if I'll pick this up by next week. So those are the books. Currently got 4 of these that I've put towards a poll to read in the month of June anyway for my Read Like a Kit Kat book club. So yeah, whichever ones of those win, I believe I put Legendborn, Truly Devious, Storm and Fury and the Geography of Lost Things. So maybe if I like, I don't know, pick up one of the other books I haven't mentioned for next week, because for June I do want to read like contemporary as much as I can, because I'm in the contemporary group and obviously you get a bit more pointage if you actually read the genre that you have chosen for it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah, I mean I'll pick like maybe a book from it. I don't know, I'm working next week anyway, so it's gonna be a bit difficult to find time for things, and I find it difficult at the moment to read more than one book a week. So I don't really know, maybe I'll just have to pick a goal and pick one book to read towards it and just see where I go with it. I don't really know yet. All these books are in the shed, so that makes it difficult.
Like continue, I need to do a thing where, you know, even if I just read like one book series a month and beyond like the first book.
Okay, so I was next looking at my Booktube goals for this year, and I mentioned about continuing on with some series. So I have luckily continued on with some of them. So I could pick a series that I could continue on with for next week as well. So I'll have a look at some books that I've got nearby. Maybe I could continue a book next week. That could be another option. And also I wanted to reread, like cut down my reread pile, and I've luckily already done that this year as well. So I'm doing pretty good with that. So I also could pick another book to reread as an alternative as well for next week.
Not really bought too many books, and even
my next goal mentions book buying. That is a goal I've definitely been failing at, because if you guys have been following me, you would have known I had a bit of a splurge last month of a lot of romance reads and contemporaries, and I just literally hit a period where I was just like, I want to buy some romance books, and these were like really highly recommended and I got them, and yeah, that kind of ruined my book buying goal. Like I was doing really well at the beginning of the year, and then literally just April I lost it. I just completely lost it. But for the month of May I've been pretty good, so maybe let's just say for next week to not buying anything. Let's just not buying anything unless it's either maybe like rereading something straight away, or like maybe I should like allow myself something where unless I'm gonna read it straight away, or unless I'm continuing on with the series like immediately, then maybe it should be like, okay, maybe I should like make this like allowance now. But oh man, I just need to like really start thinking about things, because I find it really hard because so many books come out and I really want to like read new books and stuff, but at the same time I've got a 5-to-1 book goal of trying to cut down on the reading so that I read 5 books of any format in order to purchase that one book. So I don't really know, guys, about that and what to do. It's very difficult to decide what to do. So maybe that could be a goal to like work towards my 5-to-1. So that could also be something of getting a book completed in order to be able to purchase a book next week.
Is to participate in readathons as well.
So luckily my next Bootube goal is I wanted to participate in more readathons. So I mean, this is great, like, because this is a readathon that I'm participating in this video. And also I've got my own readathon that I'm hosting, and there's also the Whatever You Want-a-thon that's happening in June. So I'm definitely achieving that goal, so that's like pretty good. So it's good for me to participate in this one next week.
Read my review books as well as my physical books.
Okay, so another goal that I mentioned in my Booktube goals is to read review books. So whether it's physical or whether it's an ebook. And this is handy because I do want to read Malibu Rising, and I don't know if I'm going to have time this weekend just because of unpacking, and it literally releases next week. However, I should have my pre-order come next week as well, because I think it releases on the 25th, I want to say, so it should come sometime next week. I do have the ebook to read in the meantime, and I really wanted to get this done like beforehand, but just moving has just taken, like, the past month has been so busy for me. I've barely had any time to read this month at all, so I feel really bad. I do still have an intention to read it because I really do. So yeah, like, maybe if I don't get it read before then, like before my pre-order arrives, then Malibu Rising could be the book for that week anyway, and that way I'm getting it read and reviewed for everybody. Another goal that I have is that I run my own book club, and I choose 4 books off of my TBR, and I get people to vote on them. So if anybody wants to read the book with me, then like it just gives people an opportunity if they've got the same book and if they want to discuss it. And so for the month of May, and also it was for the month of April as well, because May for me is just massively busy, and April was busy too. It's just packing, it's just too busy. And so I've got here the bonus season by Samantha Shannon. This is massively popular here on Booktube, and I've owned it for so many years, but I've never got around to reading it. So I'm going to also put this towards next week as well, because it would be good to, you know, even make a start on it. So this probably will end up being like one of the last books of the week if I just have time to read it and get it done before the end of the month. I really would like to, because, you know, it is my book club read, and I want to finish this goal before the month of June, so I'm also putting forward this book as well. As of that, those are like my Booktube goals for 2021. The only other goal that I really do have is the unwrapped books that I have for the year. So like, maybe, I mean, what I could read next week is the unwrapped book for the month of May. Like, that might be really good, because that's a book that's also on my TBR. So now I need to sit down and make a decision of what I should read next week for my actual TBR for the Do the Thingathon readathon. So after looking at all of my goals and reflecting on them, I think I would definitely go with a book that is on my TBR this month. That is my unwrapped book, and that way I'm getting the unwrapped book read. I tend to fail at those. The other goal is going to be to read a review book, and that I'm gonna read Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a dive in, because I love Daisy Jones and the Six so much. So I have really high expectations, but at the same time I'm going to go into it quite blind, just in case. I don't want to end up like ruining that experience, just in case it isn't as good as Daisy Jones and the Six for me. But I'm hoping that I do really enjoy it. So I think those will be the 2 books that I'll put towards next week, and if I do read anything else, then I will go towards my goal of like other books, like maybe series or whatever. But I feel like just having those 2 in mind will help me for my goal. So that is me discussing my goals of the whatever you want-a-thon, like what book I'm going to be reading. I hope that you have enjoyed it. So realistically, this is a reflection on my goals, as well as choosing the Do the Thingathon Readathon TBR. So it's a mix mash in one, but here we are. We're here. And this is the footage you guys want. So after looking through all of my goals, the ones that I'm going to go with is going to be my unwrapped book for the month of May, and that is Kiss Cam by Kira London. I really do want to read this, and unwrapped books is one of my goals, and also it's on this month's TBR, so I feel like it's perfect and it's a great way to go towards this readathon. The other goal that I'm going to go towards is review books, and for that I'm going to be reading Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I should have a physical copy arriving that very week as well, but I also have the e-copy as well so that I can read it towards my review books. So there you have it guys, these are the 2 physical books as well as the ebook of the Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid that I'm going to put forward for the DOTHETHINGATHON of like reaching our goals, and they're all for different goals: unwrapped book, book club read, and review book. So here's hoping that I can attack at least one of my goals for this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed my TBR and my reflection on my goals, and yes, we shall see how we do by the end of the year. And I am really wanting to sort of like attack these goals a bit more. I was actually looking at them yesterday, and that's why I put them towards the June's picks for the book club, because I was like, you know, these are 4 books that are on my top 10 books to read this year. If one of them wins and we read it together, then that's really cool. We can read a book together off of my list, and that way I'm also attacking that. That's it from me guys. If you have enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up and let me know down below in the comments if you're going to be participating in DOTHETHINGATHON as well. I'm going to leave some details of the actual readathon down below in the description, as well as the person who actually created this lovely readathon, which is Ashley. So I'll leave her channel down below as well, and the Twitter and everything, and all the information, including my information as well, if you'd like to follow me elsewhere on any social media platforms I've got down below. Also my book club details are down below, as well as my gaming channel details are down below. I do video games as well. I read, I also play video games. It's, you know, one of my many hobbies. But that's it from me guys. Thank you so much for watching my video as always. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic wherever you are. Keep smiling, keep reading, be happy, and please stay safe. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye!